Neil, how disappointing is that?
More than disappointed. I was stunned by what I've just witnessed, to be honest with you. I thought we started the game quite brightly, first 3 minutes. Then obviously the sending off changes the course of the game. We got involved in the emotion of the game for the next 10 minutes, obviously with the crowd being involved, and we made poor decisions with the ball for that short period and for the rest of the game with the ball. But we made poor decisions off the ball as well, and one of them's cost us a penalty, which has ultimately lost us the game. But after that, we've had ample enough time to get back into the game, and we didn't produce nowhere near enough quality, intelligence. Our decision making was woeful. It's like we forgot where the goal was. And I can assure you the message was we need to ask questions of the defence. They're going to put men behind the ball, defend low. And when you defend low, there's not a lot of space behind. There's not a lot of space to give you the space in front. And we just played in front of them. We played into their hands. And we didn't do nowhere near enough. It was as if we accepted what was happening on the pitch. And I was really shocked by what I saw.
How do you address that? What do you say to the players after the game?
Exactly what I've just said to you. I've just said the same thing. What I say to you, I say to the players. There'll never be a gap between what I say in the dressing room and here. I give them my honest feelings. They speak in as a group as well when I left, and we need to make sure that we draw a sort of a line in the sand, and that level of performance can't happen again.
Is that the first time that you've
Yeah. That's why I'm shocked by it, because I've not seen that from this group. We've lost games, but even when we've lost, we've shown desire, hunger. We've gone right to the end. We've played with aggression and intensity. We showed none of that today. None of it. No, we can't. No excuses about playing on Thursday night. If you look at our level of performance after playing in Europe, in some tough games, we've produced good performances. Now, we're not always won, but today that was not a good performance at all. In fact, it was a million miles away from that.
Is it a worry, or can you just see it as hopefully just a one-off?
I sincerely hope that that's a one-off. If it isn't, then we'll have a problem. Only time will tell, and the next few performances will tell me a great deal.
What's the message to the fans? Because going back a few years, they've been in a similar position before, where the team just weren't able to get out of the position they're in. What would be the message to them? Because I know you're not one to look at the league table, but I think a few of them will be looking at the league table after 17 matches.
Yeah, and quite rightly they were angry and booing after the game. I totally understand that. We have to accept it, because for this football club, that's not how we should play. That's not how we, certain values at this football club you should embody. It should be being the embodiment of how we play all the time. It should be evident on the pitch. Certain characteristics should be consistent, and they weren't. So it's okay me saying certain things, but actions speak louder than words. You have to accept responsibility for where we are, and it's not good enough for this football club. But then we have to make sure we train in the right way, train with the right attitude, train with the right manner, which is limited because of the game schedule. But when we get onto the pitch, we have to do damn sight better than what we've done today.
After a performance and result like that, what's the next step for yourself? Will you watch it tomorrow or tonight, and then can I just put it aside and focus on Petra Cup?
No, I always watch the games back. This one will be a difficult watch, but you have to develop the team and the players, and the only way you do that is by reflecting and evaluating your performance, and then how do we improve? My job is to help the players to improve, and the staff's job. So we're in it together. We take collective responsibility. How they perform is down to me. So no, I'll watch the game back. I've watched Petra Cup a couple of times already. I shall continue to do that in the next 24, 48 hours, and we need to be ready for you know, a huge game for this football club on Thursday night.
Just on Frankie Kent, what's the situation with him?
You're trying to make me feel worse, Sean.
Sorry.
Not good. To be honest, not good. He's got a similar injury to Stephen Kingsley, but in his quad. Kings is in his hamstring, so we're just seeking. He'll speak to a specialist to see if he's going to need surgery, but he's facing a significant amount of time out.
What about Benny?
No, we're hopeful that Benny will come back quicker. He had an injection early on in the week just to settle a little bit of an issue in his knee down, but we're hopeful that will clear that up. He's done a little bit of running, and we're hopeful that will settle the issue and he can return sooner.
And what does today, or maybe not today, Frankie's situation do for the transfer window and your plans?
Yeah, I think that's you know, with Kings and Frankie out, I think it'd be quite obvious if you looked at our squad on paper, areas of the pitch that we need to strengthen. That would be an area that we'd look at. Yeah, particularly with the injuries that we've got. So that's something that we need to, and we have been doing, having conversations about, and something that we need to look at in January, I think.